Even though the value of the Swiss franc is continuing to rise, reaching 7 kuna and 66 lipa today, the 60,000 Croatian citizens who have loans denominated in the Swiss currency can breathe more easily, as the government yesterday decided to fix the exchange rate for 1 year at 6 kuna and 39 lipa. They will do this by amending the law on consumer loans, and Prime Minister Zoran Milanovic has said that the expense of doing this will be borne by financial institutions. The move has come as a surprise to bankers. They say they had agreed to freeze the exchange rate for only 3 months. The Franak Association, which represents those with loans pegged to the Swiss franc, are also not satisfied, claiming that this is only a temporary solution. Their representatives are scheduled to meet with Milanovic this afternoon. Prime Minister Milanovic today is also meeting with members of the so-called headquarters for the defence of the Sisak oil refinery. The refinery, owned by the INA oil company, has temporarily halted production as all its reserves of crude oil have been spent. In the next few days, all other secondary plants are also expected to stop producing. Employees and unions have been warning for weeks that this is the beginning of the process to close the refinery by INA's biggest shareholder, the Hungarian oil group MOL. The agreement on writing off up to 35,000 kuna of debts accumulated by Croatia's poorest citizens was also signed by telecommunication companies and banks today. Yesterday, representatives from Croatia's 4 biggest cities, the power utility HEP, the post office and the public broadcaster HRT, signed the agreement with the government. Prime Minister Zoran Milanovic has said the measure is aimed at combating poverty, emphasising that it is only a one-off move. Mijat Stanic, the leader of the civil initiative that wants to prevent the leasing of Croatia's motorways, has written on his Facebook page that the government's plan to monetize the motorways has collapsed as the potential investors have withdrawn their offers. However, a spokesperson from the Ministry of Transport today denied these claims, stating that not one of the companies that submitted non-binding bids had given up, and if they had, this information would have been made public. As of midnight, the price of fuel at petrol stations in Croatia dropped again. Diesel is 13 lipa cheaper per litre, while unleaded is 6 lipa cheaper. According to the new prices, a litre of Euro Super now sits at 8.52 kuna, while Euro Diesel is at 8 kuna and 2 lipa. A full 50-litre tank of Euro Diesel now costs 116 kuna less, while Euro Super is 131 kuna less than in July last year, when prices peaked in Croatia. Sport, and at the World Handball Championships in Doha, Qatar, Croatia easily beat Iran 41-22 yesterday in their third Group B match. Croatia currently has a maximum of 6 points in the group with 3 wins. And in tennis, at the Australian Open, Croatia's Ivan Dodig has defeated João Sousa of Brazil 6-4, 7-5, 6-4, while in the women's competition, Mirjana Lucic-Baroni was defeated by Tereza Smitkova of the Czech Republic 6-1, 6-1. This afternoon's forecast calls for moderately to heavily overcast skies over most of the country. There'll be rain in places more frequently on the coast, where there could be heavier downpours. The northern coast will see the most sun. Winds inland will be generally weak, while on most of the coast there'll be a moderate southeasterly Yugo wind, which will strengthen towards the end of the day. On the northern coast there'll be a light northeasterly Bura and easterly wind. Highest daily temperatures will be between 4 and 9 degrees Celsius inland, between 10 and 15 degrees on the coast. The cloudy weather is set to continue until Friday, with a little rain in places and some foggy patches in the mornings. On Friday there will be a moderate northerly and northeasterly wind, which will result in a drop in temperatures and the possibility of snowfall in higher regions. On the coast it'll be changeable with occasional rain and storms in places. Heavier rain is expected in southern regions. There'll be a moderate to strong southeasterly Yugo wind with a northeasterly Bura wind on the northern coast, with temperatures dropping a bit on Friday.